In this video, I'm going to be going over the dirtiest deep spring cleaning that you need to be doing this spring in your kitchen. Now, most people might guess that if we are cleaning in the kitchen that we are most likely going to be deep cleaning the stove, maybe even the refrigerator, but we're going to be doing things that are less obvious but equally as important. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 deep spring cleaning things you need to be doing in your kitchen. Let's get started. Number 1 is your windowsills. Now, I am not talking about the windowsill that you normally see when your windows are closed right here. Generally, we keep up on this pretty well. I am talking about the outside of your windowsill. This is the part that is exposed to the elements. So I'm going to open up my window right here and show you my outside windowsill. Now, even though I cleaned this last fall because of the wind and the rain and the snow and all the elements, this gets really dirty fast. And because we don't see it when the windows are closed, we don't even think about it. Check out my windowsill here. It looks horrible, so we're gonna clean it right now. First thing you'll wanna do is vacuum it up. The less dirt and debris there is, the less mud you're gonna have to deal with once you start spraying your cleaner. Now, I like to use Dawn Platinum Power Wash. I have found that it actually works really well for windowsills. So I'm gonna just spray this down. I like to be generous with it, and then I'll let it sit for about 5 minutes. Then I grab my sponge, my toothbrush, whatever it is you want to clean it with, and look how well this just wipes right up. I love when I clean something and it goes from really filthy to really clean. Like this, I love that. Now I'm gonna work quickly because it's really cold outside. You'll also notice that it's dark. That's because sometimes I have to film at night, otherwise you're gonna hear my kids making a lot of noise. So I have to film after they've gone to bed. Now, doesn't that look like a windowsill that you want to open up your windows to on a fine spring morning? Next is my kitchen table, more specifically underneath it. I'm going to be cleaning my table pedestal base, or if your table has legs, we're going to be working on that too. Whenever you have a spill from your kitchen table onto your floor, it is going to splatter. And the worst splatters, in my opinion, are splatters from milk. So when a glass of milk spills onto the floor, it splatters up onto your table legs or your pedestal, also your chair legs. And if you don't wipe it down as soon as it happens, then it dries. And for some reason, when you wipe off dry milk splatters, it looks like it wipes off, but then it seems to come back unless you really scrub it. So it's always better to wipe it down as soon as the spill happens. But every once in a while, you need to get down on your hands and knees and give your pedestal or your table legs and your chair legs a good wipe down, because it really can get dirty with splatter mess after splatter mess. Number 3, we're going to move over to our dishwasher. And I'm not talking about the front of the dishwasher or even the inside of the dishwasher, but I'm talking about the sides of the dishwasher. And oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time even wanting to show you guys this because it is really dirty. But when the dishwasher runs, the sides of the dishwasher is sealed off, and so it doesn't get washed off with the rest of the dishwasher. And if you have little kids who maybe forget to dump their cup out in the sink before putting it in the dishwasher, food and liquid particles splash up to the side, and if you don't clean it, it gets really dirty fast. So we're going to wipe this down, and we're going to move over to the other side. And oh my gosh, this part is even worse, probably because it's the side closest to the sink. But we are going to go ahead and wipe that off too. Don't forget to clean the sides of your dishwasher. It's easy to miss. Speaking of sink, we're going to go over to our sink for number 4 and talk about the garbage disposal. Now, this part of your sink should really be cleaned more often than once a year. Personally, I deep clean my garbage disposal every 3 months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my gloves, my disinfectant, and put on my big girl panties because this is going to be gross. Now, my garbage disposal plastic stopper actually comes off. Not everybody's does, but if you can remove it, I recommend that you pull it out. It makes it easier to clean the underside, and oh, it is so gross, which is expected given the nature of what it does. If your garbage disposal smells, it means that there is clearly bacteria growing in there. So don't skip out on giving it a good clean. Now, once you've scrubbed the inside of the rubber stopper in your garbage disposal, I like to use a garbage disposal cleaner like this one. This is Glisten. Let me show you how it works. You just put it in your garbage disposal with a little bit of water running, and you will start to see a blue foam either come out of your garbage disposal or maybe the other side of the sink, which is what's happening here. Look at all of that beautiful blue foam cleaning and disinfecting my garbage disposal. It's really fun to use. Now, I was going to jump right over to number 5, but something caught my attention that I feel like I just want to talk about real quick. We're going to call it number 4.5. When I turned on my garbage disposal, I noticed that my switch was really dirty. And now I'm not talking about the red dot here. That is something my husband draws on the garbage disposal to remind him which one is the garbage disposal and which one is the light. I'm not going to point out that we've lived in this house for 12 years. I'm talking about this black grimy stuff that is on the switch itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a toothbrush, get it wet, but then I'm going to remove as much excess water as I can. I do not want this dripping with water. I only want it slightly damp because of course we don't want any water or moisture getting into the electrical switch. Then I'm just going to take my toothbrush and then gently scrub the switch. Oh, that scared me. But when I accidentally switched on the garbage disposal, I noticed that the underside of the switch was even dirtier. So let's clean that too. Okay, that is so much better. I'm also gonna have to go and clean the light switch as well because that's pretty dirty too. But for now, we're gonna move on from 4.5 to number 5. And that is the backsplash of your stove. Now, not everybody is gonna have the same problem that I do, but if you have a backsplash that has lots of colors and lots of textures, it is really easy to miss splatters and spills that go onto the backsplash because you really can't see it. It's like camouflaged in the backsplash. So whether you can see a mess or not, it's a good idea to go through and really deep clean your backsplash. Now, normally this would be a great job for my steam cleaner, but because my kids are asleep, I'm gonna use this LA Totally Awesome cleaner. It's from the Dollar Tree and it actually works really well for greasy messes. But you can use whatever degreaser you have, but you really wanna go through and clean up any spills and greasy messes that are on your backsplash. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to Clean Freak and Germaphobe. Up next, I'm going to put a video we made where we tested some popular TikTok hacks to see if they really worked or not. It's a fun video. You're not going to want to miss it. So we'll link to it right here. Click on that and we will see you over there.